So in this example program, we're gonna see how we can print this repeating number pattern where the number starts its count from 1 and in every row the number is repeating itself, and this way it creating this triangular shaped number pattern. So in this example program, we have one class called number pattern, and inside the main method we have one integer variable row. This will hold the number of rows our pattern going to print. I have initialized it with the value 5. Also we can take user input for the row number. And then we have two nested for loop. The outer for loop will run from 1 to less than equal the row number, and the inner for loop will run from 1 to less than equal the value of I. And in every iteration of the inner for loop, this will print the value of the variable I onto the console. And then we have the println method for the line break, and after that the control will go back to the beginning of the outer for loop, and this way this cycle will continue to happen unless the outer for loop condition become false. Then the outer for loop will be terminated, and also the whole program will be terminated. So at the start of the program execution, the value of I will be 1, so the inner for loop will run one time, and this will print the value of the variable I 1 onto the console. And then we have the println method for the line break, and after that the control will go back to the beginning of the outer for loop, and this time the value of I will be 2, so the inner for loop will run from 1 to 2, so it will run 2 times, and in both the iteration this will print the value of I. So the new value of I is 2, so it will print the value 2 times in the second row. And then we have the println method for the line break, and the control will again go back to the beginning of the outer for loop, and this time the value of I will be 3, so the inner for loop will run from 1 to 3, so this will run 3 times, and in every iteration this will print the value of I, which is 3. It will print that 3 times in the third row. And then again we have the println method for the line break, and this way it will continue to repeat the numbers and print them onto the console. And whenever the value of I becomes 6, then the outer for loop condition will become false, so the outer for loop will be terminated and the whole program will be terminated as well. And this way we can have this repeating number pattern printed onto the console. So now I'm gonna save the program, and I'm gonna compile and run the program. And you can see the output, we have the repeating number pattern printed onto the console. So this way we can use this nested for loop, where in every iteration of the outer for loop it will keep increasing the value of the control variable I, and in every iteration of the inner for loop this will repeatedly print that control variable onto the console. So this way we can print this repeated number pattern onto the console. So hope you understand the concept. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.